guys, welcome to my gym routine glutes edition. So firstly, we're just going to start off with a warm-up. So I'm literally just doing some kickbacks here, rotating with one leg and then the other. So do like 5 of those. Essentially all you're doing is just swinging your leg back and forth to get your glutes to be activated before you do the actual exercises. And these are just also kind of side kickbacks. So this is activating the side of the glutes. And now we're just switching sides. Now I don't really know what these are called, but essentially what I'm doing is just kind of lunging with my hands down. So that's just warming up my glutes again. So if you kind of hold the forward motion, you should feel it in your glutes. And I'm just doing approximately 5 on each leg. Now I'm just taking one leg at a time and kind of rotating it. So I'm just rotating by putting my hand on my knee, and that again just warms up your glutes. Now this is a warm-up for hamstrings because I often find that hamstrings and glutes go together. This is me essentially using my elbows to kind of spread my knees out a bit. I am looking down and then looking up, and that's how you're targeting the hamstrings. This is a tutorial on how to use straps if you've never used them before. So you can see that the red bit is in alignment with the thumb, and that's how you know which strap goes where. So again, you can see here. And this is how to wrap the strap onto the dumbbell. Essentially you use what's the red grippy bit to grip, and that's what you're holding on to, and that helps you improve grip as you progress with heavier weights. Now to start the workout, so firstly we're going to find a wall and we're going to do Bulgarian lunges. We're going to do 3 times to 8 to 12, so that's 3 sets for 8 to 12 repetitions on one leg. So we're going to find a block and a wall. We're going to rest one foot on the block and one foot in front, like I can see. So if you approximately take 3 steps from the edge of the box and place your other foot, that's how much gap to leave approximately. Now grab your dumbbell with your hand that is opposite to the leg in front of you, and we're just going to go down like you can see here. We're going to go up, so the weight should be concentrated in your leg that is in the front. Now this is me swapping to the other leg. Between each set you can take 30 second to a minute break, however long you need. So really make sure that your weight is concentrated in the heel in front, because that's what's going to target the glutes. As well as looking at the distance that we have between the block and our front foot, it's just enough to target my glutes. If you were to shift that forward or backwards, it would target different muscles. So just change that for yourself, just try it out. And make sure that you're not staring directly at the wall, but just a little bit in front so that you're not arching and hurting your back. To finish the final set of Bulgarian lunges, we're going to do 8 to 12 of weighted on one leg. And then we're going to drop the dumbbells and we're going to do 8 to 12 of body weight. As you can see, because my right hand is free, because my left hand has a dumbbell on it, I can use the wall to support. Now this is me demonstrating what training to failure looks like. So as you eventually progress, you want to be training to failure, which is when you break form if you did more reps. Now this is me setting up for a hip thrust. So I'm using a bench. So I'm putting my 20 kilogram barbell down, and then I'm going to get some weights and I'm going to put those on the side. I'm going to use a little clip, you know, one of those clips that you see in the gym lying around. You're like, what is that? We're going to use that to clip the ends, as you can see in this video. Now, for the actual hip thrust, you're going to roll the weights away from you. Now, you're going to put the pad on so you can see the pink pad. Now, you're going to sit down and make sure that your shoulder pads align with the bench. And you're going to roll the bar towards you. So that the hip thrust, you can see that the actual like cushiony bit is cushioning my pelvis. And then we're going to go up, then down. We're going to keep our chin in, looking straight ahead. And note that the angle between my knees and my calves is 90 degrees. If it was a bit more than 90 or a bit less, it would target my quads or hamstrings. Now we're going to do this for 3 sets of 8 to 12. Make sure you take sufficient breaks in between this so that your sets are optimum. And now we're going to do what's a lighter set at the end. So we're going to do one of those of 8 to 12. And if you're really feeling up for it, we can do pulses at the end as I'm showing here, and then just hold. You're just holding the weight right at the top, and that's training to failure. This is me demonstrating how the weight pins work. If you've literally never ever been to the gym before, essentially you just change the pin, and this is how you change the machines, by pulling out the yellow peg thing. So this is me showing it. So now we're going to move on to leg curls. So me adjusting the machine. To get on, I literally just jump. I hold on to the things at the front. I rest my elbows on the pads at the front. I'm placing my calves underneath the pads to make sure that the back of your feet are in alignment with the pad. And we're going to do 3 times 12 to 15 of those. So make sure that when you are curling, you're curling as much as you can. So you can see that the pad is hitting my bum every time, and that is the aim. And this is me demoing training to failure again. Now we're going to move on to hip abductors to target the sides, so the hip abductor muscles. We're going to do 3 times 15 to 18 of those. So really pause when you go outside. There's not much technique to these, essentially. Just adjust your gaze to make sure that you're feeling it and the outside of your hips. And you're just pushing the pads out, so make sure you can go as wide as you can. For our last set of hip abductors, we're going to be doing a tricep. So this is me demonstrating. So essentially you're doing as many reps of the heaviest weight, then the medium one, then the lightest one. Now we're going to move on to calf raises. So we're going to do 3 times as many reps as possible with the machine, then we're going to do body weight, which I'll show in a second. So you're putting your balls of your feet on the pad at the front, and you are just extending down and then flexing, extending down, then flexing, as you can see here. So for these ones, don't go too heavy. The aim is to get the full extension at the bottom. So this is me moving on to body weight. So you do this straight after that, as many reps as possible on the machine. So we're doing exactly the same thing, just extending and flexing. And we're doing as many reps as possible for this one as well. The as many reps as possible basically means until you feel like you can't anymore or you're losing form. Now we're going to move on to good mornings to target the under glutes. Firstly, we're going to start off with almost like a warm-up for this. So I'm going to do 8 repetitions with just the bar only, as shown here. So as you can see, I'm looking ahead, but I'm not looking straight down like towards my feet. I'm looking a bit further ahead to make sure that my back is straight. I'm trying to go down as far down as I can. There is a slight bend in my knees, but it's not like a squat. And this is me showing you how to re-rack the bar if you've never used a barbell and a rack before. And now adding weights, we're going to do exactly the same thing. So this will be a little bit more challenging. So aim for 12 to 15 of these. And with that, you've just completed your first glutes workout. Congratulations. Remember to hydrate, have protein, rest, and see you next time. And guys, that is the end of the workout. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.